What's up, Salem?
¿Cómo están?
So check it out. There's been a lot of things going on about the SPD, you know, especially on the internet and stuff going on, trying to manipulate your mind. And now I've been out here when they gave us the same leniency they gave others.
Hay muchas cosas que están sucediendo en la televisión con el SPD y que están tratando de manipularlos.
So I'm going to go ahead and give them an opportunity to speak about how they feel. Do not listen to the media, listen to what they have to say, and then watch their actions.
Entonces voy a darles la oportunidad a que la policía venga y digan lo que tengan que decir. No escuchen a los medios de comunicación, escuchen a lo que ellos vienen a decir.
Good afternoon.
Muy buenas tardes.
My name is Jerry Moore,
Yo soy Jerry Moore.
and I am honored to be the Chief of Police for the City of Salem.
Es un honor para mí ser el jefe de policía de aquí de la ciudad de Salem.
I'm sorry.
Es bien difícil.
I'm sorry what I'm sorry for what has happened in Minnesota.
Lo siento por lo que sucedió en Minnesota.
I'm sorry about what we see on our media and our social media every single day.
Y me disculpo por lo que vemos en las redes y en los medios de comunicación todos los días.
As Greg said, I'm sorry about the things you read about our organization.
Es bien triste de lo que leen acerca de nuestra organización.
I would be foolish to tell anybody here that we're perfect, because if we were, none of us would be here.
Y es bien triste y ninguno de nosotros deberíamos estar aquí por lo que sucedió.
But as I tell my people, it doesn't hurt to try. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Y yo les digo a mi gente, no cuesta tanto intentar hacer las cosas mejor y es exactamente lo que vamos a hacer, por eso estamos aquí.
I'm surrounded here by great people today, and we all have talents. And when we see problems, the only way we solve them is we get together, we dive in, and we take care of business. And it's clear from what's going around our country today, that's exactly what we need to do.
Y estoy bien rodeado de gente muy bonita, muy hermosa, que saben cómo resolver los problemas y los conflictos, que cuando hay un problema sabemos qué hacer, y eso es exactamente lo que estamos haciendo.
I talk to my people all the time. Probably they get sick of it after a while, but I talked about building relationships.
Yo hablo siempre con mi gente que es importante crear una relación de confianza.
When you don't know someone, it's easy to attack. But when you know them, they're your friend, and you understand each other.
Cuando no conocemos a la gente es fácil atacarlos, pero cuando los conocemos o los vemos como amigos, entonces tenemos otra perspectiva.
That's what we need to do, is get to know each other. It's happened so many times in my community. Someone's looking at me and I'm looking at them. We talk, and suddenly we have a connection, and we have things in common.
Es lo que debemos de hacer. Yo conozco a la gente en mi comunidad, me miran, los miro y sé cuál es el problema y cómo resolver esa situación.
We're here today for a real simple reason, and that's because we are all hurting.
Estamos aquí por una razón muy simple. Todos estamos en dolor, nos duele.
The things we saw 11 or 12 days ago should never happen to anyone.
Las cosas que miramos en la televisión no deberían de sucederle a nadie.
It's touched a whole country, and it's certainly touched all of you.
Nos tocó el corazón a todo el mundo, a todo el país y a nosotros también.
I would hope today that we begin to honor George Floyd in the way that he and his family would want us to honor him.
Espero que el día de hoy honremos a George Floyd, así como él y su familia quisieran que le honremos.
By getting together like this and making sure honest, serious dialogue continues from here on out.
Uniéndonos y juntándonos así como el día de hoy y asegurándonos que un diálogo real esté sucediendo.
I have about a 30-minute speech written, but I'm going to cut this baby off.
Tengo un sermón de 30 minutos, pero lo voy a cortar a la mitad.
When we're done talking here today, we're going to go on a march. And in that march is going to be a variety of police officers.
Cuando vayamos a la marcha, vamos a seguir con nuestra marcha y van a haber varios policías.
Stop and talk to them, and they'll talk to you.
por favor deténgase y salúdelos, ellos les hablarán y platicarán con ustedes.
That's how we begin to heal. That's how we get to know each other. And that's how we build relationships.
Así es como empezamos a sanar, así es como empezamos a conocernos y a construir esas relaciones.
Thank you and have a great day.
Muchas gracias a todos ustedes y que tengan un buen día.
Can I get some? Oh, sorry.
Sí.
Hello.
Justin.
My name is Joe Cast, and I'm the Marion County Sheriff.
Yo soy James Cass, soy el sheriff del condado de Marion.
I don't have a prepared speech,
No preparé un sermón,
but I want to tell you that when the Marion County Sheriff's Office personnel saw the videos in Minnesota, we were shocked and saddened by what we saw.
nosotros cuando miramos el video ahí en el condado de Marion, todos los sheriffes estuvimos bien sorprendidos.
The Sheriff's Office is a very diversified organization.
La oficina de los sheriffs es una organización muy diversa.
We have a lot of connections throughout the community all over Marion County.
Tenemos muchas conexiones a través de todo el condado,
But even in that, we know we can do a better job.
pero
And that's
nosotros
why-
creemos que pudimos haber hecho un buen trabajo en ese aspecto.
That's why today, a large portion of the Sheriff's Office is out here with you to support this movement and to support this cause.
Por eso el día de hoy los sheriffes del condado de Marion están aquí entre la marcha para apoyar su movimiento el día de hoy.
And let me be clear, some of them have to go back to work, but a large majority of them are here on their day off because they chose to be.
Algunos de ellos van a tener que ir a trabajar, pero algunos de ellos no están trabajando en su día libre y escogieron estar aquí en esta marcha para apoyarlos.
I've been with the Sheriff's Office for 25 years,
Tengo 25 años con el sherife.
and it's a choice to choose to work for the Sheriff's Office. But
Es una
every
opción.
one of us lives in this community with all of you. We're neighbors, we're friends, and we want to continue to build those relationships, and we want your help to make sure law enforcement is better in our area and across this nation.
Y es una opción que yo tengo de vivir en esta comunidad. Aquí tengo mi familia, mis vecinos y queremos mejorar, llegar a conocerlos a todos para mejorar nuestra comunidad.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Gracias a
And I'll turn
todos,
it
se los
back over.
agradezco y los dejo. Muchas gracias.
What did the angel say to me? He'll tell me to get out the way, boy, and be free. Say just like me, you got wings to fly. Right here on earth, it's do or die. Ooh, you ain't got nothing to prove. No, believe that. Everything to gain and nothing at all to lose. Only to find what's yours and yours alone. And it'll be alright. And you'll never break. You'll never break. No, you'll never break. You'll never break. This what the angel told me. He said, "Bump what they say, homie, do you. If they ain't got your back, there'll be plenty that do. The ones that talk trash, stuck like glue. You blessed by God, so all the while stay true. Let go the past, stay focused on the new, and grateful for the good. Anything that you choose will be the right way, even if it seems wrong, will be the right way for you to learn. I let it burn, burn, fire, fire. Don't worry how the world turn, you reach higher. You're doing great. Live that faith. The angels around the world can't wait to rock with you. Look at the whole picture, stay cool. Remember all the lessons that you learned from the old school. Keep searching because it's in you, knowing real life always continues. There comes a time when we must decide to be exactly were made to be. Only you, only you can fill your place today. Live right now. Remove the chains and free your soul. Get out the way right now, right now, right now. Ow. What would the angel say to me? He'll tell me to get out the way, boy, and be free. Say just like me, you got wings to fly. Right here on earth is do or die. Move, you ain't got nothing to prove. No, believe that. Everything to gain and nothing at all to lose. Only to find what's yours and yours alone. And we'll be alright. And we'll never break. We'll never break. No, we'll never break. We'll never break. We'll never break, 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 break. We'll never break, 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 break. We'll never break, 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 break. We'll never break. It's all about love, y'all, and leadership. We'll never break. Thank you.
Maybe asking folks if they want to come to a certain area.
What's up, Salem? Now I notice people here from outside of Salem too. We thank you guys for coming out here and showing your support. All right, y'all. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank those that are giving the speeches. I want to thank all the donations. I want to thank those for bringing supplies. I want to thank the TV stations for being here. Anybody that's getting it on media and pushing the message, man, we thank you. We thank you because we need it. We need this to be heard.
Tenemos que darle las gracias a los medios de comunicación, a todos los que vinieron de aquí de Salem y de fuera porque necesitamos su apoyo.
So also, just to let everybody know, there's a lot of people that gave donations, and it's all going towards the cause. We got those porta potties over there if you guys need to use the restroom. There's 4 of them, so make sure you guys don't fight over them now, you know.
Estamos recibiendo donaciones. Por favor, tuvimos que pagar y rentar los baños portables. No se peleen por los baños.
I want you guys to do one thing for me.
Quiero que todos hagan una cosa por mí.
I want you guys to make some noise for yourselves on the count of 3.
Hagan un ruido a las 3.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Now I'm a young black man,
Soy un joven negro, joven.
and I was born right here in Salem, Oregon.
Nací aquí en Salem, Oregon.
And I know our struggles here.
Y yo sé nuestras luchas aquí.
They might not be as hard as the other ones in other cities,
Tal vez no son tan duras como en otras ciudades,
but we're here to show them that we stand with them.
pero estamos aquí para mostrarles el apoyo que estamos con ellos.
What's his name?
¿Cuál es su nombre?
That's what we're here to stand for.
Por eso estamos aquí de pie.
And anybody else that has been murdered at the hands of cops,
Y cualquier persona que ha sido asesinado por los policías,
we are against police brutality.
Estamos en contra de la brutalidad policial.
Our people have been murdered in the streets on camera for years with no justice.
Nuestra gente ha sido asesinada en la calle con cámaras sin justicia.
That stops now.
Eso para ahora.
We won't take it no more.
Ya no los aguantamos.
We're not asking no more.
No estamos pidiendo permiso.
This is where the change begins.
Eso es lo que toma para empezar.
The change begins with you,
El cambio empieza contigo,
with your children,
con tus hijos,
your nieces and
con
nephews.
tus sobrinas, sobrinos.
We need to get them in positions of power.
Necesitamos ponernos en posiciones de poder.
The people have the power.
La gente tiene el poder.
We will no longer stand for injustice within the system.
Ya no vamos a aguantar la injusticia en el sistema.
No more racism within the system.
No more racismo en el sistema.
We want equality.
Queremos igualdad.
And if you won't give it to us,
Y si no nos lo dan,
then we'll take it.
lo vamos a arrebatar.
This is a demonstration of our power.
Esta es una demostración de la que estamos bien orgullosos.
This is our show of force.
Eso es para mostrar nuestra fuerza.
This is what you guys are up against.
Eso es lo que ellos van a ver en contra.
Us, the people.
Nosotros, la gente.
I love you guys.
Los
We're going to
amo.
go ahead and continue the speeches,
Vamos a continuar con los sermones
and we will march for our purpose.
y vamos a marchar, pero con un propósito.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? That's
¿Cómo están todos?
powerful stuff we just heard. you
Acabamos de
know.
escuchar cosas bien fuertes, muy poderosas.
I wrote out a speech, but I think I want to change my message a little bit, and to start us off after what we just heard, bring a message of hope to us.
Escribí mi mensaje, lo cambié un poquito. Después de todo lo que habíamos escuchado, ahora lo cambié un poquito.
And to start with that message, I want to remind us
Para empezar con ese mensaje, quiero recordarles
of our old American motto, E pluribus unum,
de nuestro moto de americano de E pluribus moto,
meaning out of many, one.
que significa de muchos, uno.
And when I think of that, I think of all of us coming together in unison as one big body of people of all colors, of all different places, people, you name it. It's amazing to me.
Y cuando pienso en eso, estoy pensando en todos nosotros uniéndonos, viniendo unidos de todos los colores, de todas las razas y clases, todos unidos como una persona.
If you've read even in the small rural towns of like LeGrand, Hermiston, and Pendleton, there's people coming together in unison to fight for this movement.
Si ustedes se dan cuenta, hasta en los pueblos más pequeños como Hermiston, Pendleton, están todos, aunque sean pequeños, llegando a protestar, uniéndose como ustedes.
And it's such a powerful thing, and it's important that we come together for something such as this.
Es una cosa bien poderosa y es bien importante que nos unimos con algo como esto.
Now, I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to remind us of a few things, because I've heard some quotes online and some things of a lot of people that feel hopeless.
Y no quiero tomar mucho tiempo, pero quiero recordarles de cosas que he visto en los medios de comunicación que nos hacen sentir sin poder y sin esperanza.
And I heard a quote of someone that said, "How can you expect a hopeless man to march in peace?"
Y decían, ¿cómo esperas que un hombre sin esperanza pueda marchar en paz?
But I want to remind us that we have hope. I feel we have hope with all of us gathering together today.
Pero quiero recordar a todos que sí tenemos esperanza aquí todos juntos.
And we have the hope of generations of people, generations of students even sitting in the Nashville counters to fight against this.
Y quiero recordarles que tenemos generaciones de gente protestando, de jóvenes haciendo su sentada para que nadie los levante y estar con esperanza luchando por lo que creen.
We have the hope of all of us, even back in 2008, being able to elect the first black man as president of the United States.
Tenemos la esperanza que en el 2008 elegimos al primer presidente afroamericano.
And we have the hope of those around the world gathering together in support of this movement to fight against racial injustice, against racism, against hatred.
Y tenemos a toda la gente en todo el mundo que se está uniendo para protestar en contra del odio y del racismo.
And to bring a sense of love, peace, and justice to everywhere in the world.
y para traer un poquito de amor, de justicia en todo el mundo.
So with that being said, I just want us to remember, and I want our leadership to remember, and I want them to know that today we will march in peace.
Y con eso quiero recordarle a todos nuestros líderes que el día de hoy marcharemos en paz.
And I say to them as well, let us march in peace.
También les quiero decir a todos ellos, déjanos marchar en paz.
Now, on top of that, as we're marching here today, there are so many ways that after this we can continue the fight, and it's important, and you're going to hear a lot about it in the future as well, I'm sure.
Después de esto quiero recordarles que hay muchas formas de seguir la lucha y seguir trabajando y les diremos cómo.
So the things that we can do is, number one, is you can donate for the cause. Number two is, like me, I'm a 22-year-old African American, I'm half white as well. I'm running for office.
Entonces, hay dos cosas que podemos hacer para empezar. Uno, done su dinero para poder seguir el movimiento. Y dos, yo soy un afroamericano de 22 años, estoy joven, pero voy a correr como un oficial legislador aquí por este estado.
We can spread our message of love across the world and denounce hate.
Podemos compartir el mensaje de amor por todo el mundo y denunciar el odio.
Educate those around you of the challenges that we face, as all of us have challenges.
Y podemos educar a todos alrededor del mundo, así como nosotros también tenemos nuestros retos, educarlos a ellos también.
And something you're going to hear a lot of
Algo que van a escuchar muy comúnmente
is remember to vote in November
es recordar que hay que votar en noviembre
in the general election so that we can elect people that are going to bring about change.
en las elecciones de noviembre que van a crear un cambio.
Now, I'm not going to take up too much time,
No voy a tomar mucho tiempo.
so I just want to thank y'all for letting me talk today, and God bless to all of y'all.
Quiero darle gracias a todos por tomarse el tiempo. Dios me los bendiga a todos. Gracias.
How we doing?
¿Cómo estamos?
Sounds good to me. Next up, we got Pastor Brooks in the house.
Tenemos el pastor Brooks, está aquí en la casa.
Look around.
Mírense alrededor.
Touch the person next to you.
Toca a la persona que está al lado de ti.
Tell them,
Diles,
I will
yo haré
make a difference.
una diferencia.
I will
Yo haré
hold America
América otra vez de regreso.
accountable.
Que sea
I
responsable.
will
Yo haré,
vote.
votaré.
I will
Yo votaré.
march.
Voy a marchar.
I will
Yo
love my brother.
amaré a mi hermano.
Because what we have to understand more than anything else,
Porque lo que tenemos que
we
entender
can't
más que
do
nada,
this by
no
ourselves.
podemos hacer esto sin ustedes.
We need each and every one of you.
Necesitamos a cada uno de ustedes.
Don't let the rain stop us.
No dejen que la lluvia nos detenga.
It can rain all day,
Que puede llover todo el día.
but we are great.
Pero somos
We are
valientes.
strong
Somos fuertes.
because nothing can stop us.
Porque nada nos puede detener.
Dr. King said, I ain't gonna let
Como dicen,
nobody
nadie
turn me around.
me puede regresar
Turn me
a mi casa.
around.
Nadie me puede hacer desistir.
So we will
Haremos
make a difference.
una diferencia.
It took 8 minutes
Tomó 8
and
minutos
37 seconds
para que pudieran con esa
for
persona.
George Floyd to quit breathing.
Para que George dejara
But-
de respirar en 8 minutos.
In the midst of all of that,
Pero a mediados de todo eso,
he called for his mother.
él pidió a su madre.
Those were his last words.
Esas fueron sus últimas palabras de George Floyd.
So I'm calling on the Heavenly Father.
Entonces yo pido de parte de
And
él
our words are going to be,
que nosotros,
Lord, make America
Vamos a
what you want her to
que América
be.
sea como antes.
Lord, make America the country you want her to be.
Hay que hacer el país
And Lord,
que
when
queremos
you
que sea.
make America,
Hay que hacer
then
América,
America will be great. Because all of us will be great together.
porque todos
No
juntos
one
seremos
person
fuertes.
can make America great.
Vamos
So
a hacer
let's
la-
march.
Hay que
Let's
marchar.
make a difference.
Hay que hacer una
Let's
gran
keep
diferencia.
going.
Hay que
Let's
seguir
not
adelante.
turn around. Let's keep making sure
seguir
no
adelante.
black man will be killed
Asegurarnos
again.
que
No, it will not happen.
hermanos no
It
van a ser
will not
asesinados.
happen. Because we are
Porque todos somos
our brother's keeper.
hermanos que nos cuidamos unos
We
a otros.
are
Somos
going to take care of each other.
y nos vamos a cuidar unos a otros.
Salem,
Salem,
you'll never
nunca
be the same
serás la misma.
again.
Otra vez.
This rainbow
Esta
will make sure
gente
that your conscience
se asegurará
will
que tu
consider
conciencia
all of us.
nos llene todos nosotros.
We're all God's children.
Todos somos sus hijos.
And I want us to remember this one thing.
Quiero que recordemos una cosa.
When you march,
Cuando tú marches,
let every step
deja que cada paso
be made in peace.
sea en paz,
We're doing it in peace.
porque caminamos en paz.
We will not let nobody,
No dejaremos que nadie,
no person,
ninguna persona,
no situation
ninguna situación
stop us
nos detenga
from making Salem
de hacer Seila
the place
el lugar
that everybody
que cada persona
can dwell together.
puede juntarse juntos para
This is our
estar en ella.
time.
Danos
This
nuestra
is our
oportunidad.
opportunity.
Esta es nuestra
We
oportunidad.
will not allow this
No
moment
vamos a permitir que este
to be
momento
just a moment.
sea solo un
This
momento.
moment is a movement.
Es nuestro
We
movimiento.
will
Lo
keep
haremos.
going forward.
Será
God
nuestro
bless you.
movimiento. Dios los bendiga.
Hello, Salem. How y'all doing today? Give me a clap.
¿Cómo está
Give me a
Seila?
clap.
Dame un aplauso.
Give me a clap. This is not a fad. I want you to let you guys know that.
Quiero
This is
decirles
not
a
a fad.
todos,
This is going to be every day for the rest of your lives.
eso no solamente es hoy, va a seguir
Every
adelante
day
el resto,
for the
de
rest of your lives.
el resto de sus vidas.
Like the pastor said, we're going to change the world today.
Vamos a cambiar el mundo hoy.
We're going to make a change. We're going to be a shining example to everyone around the world.
Vamos a hacer un ejemplo en todo el mundo.
So I want you to raise your hands together right now. I want you to
Levante su
raise them
mano.
up in the air.
Levante
I
su
want to
mano.
see all them hands right
Sobre todas
now.
las manos arriba.
I'm going to take this mic off because I want to be amongst you.
Me voy a quitar esto porque no.
I want you to raise your hands and say, we're going to fight.
Quiero que levanten las manos. Vamos a
We're going to
luchar.
fight.
Vamos a luchar.
We're going to fight against injustice.
Vamos a pelear en contra de la injusticia.
We're going to fight to be equal.
Vamos a pelear para ser iguales.
We're going to fight for humanity.
Por humanidad.
Because it took y'all a long time to stand right here today.
Porque ha tomado mucho tiempo.
Like I said, it took y'all forever. It took 60 years for y'all to stand like this. So
Somos 60 años para que ustedes se
I want you
levanten.
guys to yell out
Quiero que ustedes griten.
against injustice.
Es injusticia.
I want you to stand by your brother right now and look at them. Look at
No
them.
está
Look at
bien.
them.
Miren
Look,
alrededor.
look, look.
Tu hermano, tu hermana.
Look side
Mírate.
by side.
Mírate de lado a
Look how
lado.
long it took you to get here.
¿Cuánto tiempo les tomó llegar aquí?
Yes, indeed.
Hoy es el día.
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
George Floyd. George Floyd. Because he was a chain reaction to why we here today.
Esa es una reacción de cadena.
A
¿Por qué
chain
estamos aquí?
reaction of why we so tired.
De por qué estamos cansados.
So I want you guys, when you leave here,
Cuando ustedes se
to wake
vayan
up the next day, because we're going to fight
y
again
despiertan el
as we did
próximo día,
today.
vamos a seguir peleando y el siguiente día y el siguiente día.
We're going to fight every day.
Vamos a
And we're
pelear
going to build a
todos los días.
bridge with these officers right here.
Y vamos a construir la fuerza.
We're going to show them that we can communicate, that we're not monsters, that everybody say we are.
Comunicarnos.
Do you understand that?
¿Entiendes?
Do you understand that, my young
¿Entiendes?
generation? Because I love you.
A mi generación porque yo los amo.
I love you all.
Los amo a todos.
I am so proud of you.
Soy bien orgullosa de ustedes.
I am so proud of you today.
Estoy bien orgullosa de ustedes.
This is you guys have made history.
Ustedes hicieron
You
historia.
can tell this to your children
Pueden compartirlo con sus hijos.
this day.
Este día,
Boy, I swear to God, boy, this is going to be a fight.
les juro que va a ser una pelea.
It's going to be a fight.
Va a ser una pelea.
Donald Trump, we are coming.
Donald Trump, venimos.
We are coming for you.
Venimos por ti.
And we're coming for all the racist
Por
institutions that
todos los
exist.
racistas y sus instituciones que hay aquí en América.
We're going to make a change.
Vamos a hacer un cambio.
And this is why we're here today.
Por eso estamos
So I
aquí
would
el
like
día
to
de hoy.
introduce Greg Simpson again.
Quiero
And
presentarles
please
a
support him from
Por
now
favor,
on.
apóyenlo de ahora en adelante.
Thank you, thank you.
Gracias a
Mic
Greg,
check,
el que
mic
acaba de
check.
hablar, el joven.
What's up, Salem?
¿Cómo están, Salem?
I said, what's up, Salem?
¿Cómo están?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We must make a change. We cannot back down. We
Tenemos que
cannot
hacer un
stop
cambio.
now.
No podemos parar, ese cambio es ahora.
This is what's needed right here.
Eso es el cambio, aquí.
This unity. This is where the power comes from right here.
Esta unidad, de aquí viene la fuerza y el poder.
When you wake up and you decide that you're going to fight against what's happening, you have become a part of the solution.
Cuando ustedes se levanten y digan quiero pelear, hay que ser parte de la solución,
You have become a part of the change.
parte del cambio,
You are inspiring your youth.
porque hay que compartir esa juventud.
They see you out here marching. They see you out here in the rain.
Te ven marchando aquí en la lluvia.
They're watching you. So make sure that the stand that you make is permanent.
Esto es permanente, esta lucha.
This isn't going to change in a month.
No va a cambiar en un mes,
It's not going to change in 2 months.
ni en 2 meses.
It needs to stay like this forever.
Esto se va a quedar por siempre.
We stand together forever.
Y nos estamos juntos
When we unite, we become one.
por siempre para reunirnos y ser uno.
And they will hear our voice. It will not be ignored.
Vamos a escuchar nuestras voces.
What's his name?
¿Qué día es hoy?
That's what I'm talking about.
De eso estoy hablando, gracias.
Good afternoon.
Buenas tardes.
I can't express to you how grateful I am
No puedo
to see all
expresarles
of
qué
you
tan
here today.
feliz estoy de que ustedes están aquí el día de hoy.
My name is Charlotte Cryer.
Yo soy Charles Cryer,
I'm a Louisiana native.
soy de Luisiana.
I moved all the way out here to Oregon
Me
to
moví
teach
a
law at
Oregon.
Willamette.
Para empezar.
And for years and years, I've been talking about how very few revolutions happen without bloodshed.
Por muchos años he pensado cómo la revolución ha sucedido sin derramar sangre.
I've looked at us sometimes as Americans, now this is before the economic downturn.
Y nos
And
miramos
sometimes
aquí en
I would think,
América.
man,
Digo, wow,
we are complacent.
estamos muy tranquilos.
We got our iPhones or our computers and our internet and our Netflix and our
Tenemos
cars,
nuestro internet, nuestra computadora, nuestro Netflix.
and we are complacent.
Y estamos muy a gusto, muy cómodos.
Our voter turnout rate was low, has been low.
Y ya hemos estado muy tranquilos y muy callados, muy bajo.
And when I stand here today,
Cuando me paro
listening to
aquí
the
el día de hoy,
speakers
escucho a todos los que están hablando,
that have come before,
que han hablado antes de mí.
like Pastor Brooks, I think about the shoulders that we stand on.
Estoy pensando en los hombros en los que nos apoyamos.
My daughter Zanyana will be singing later on.
Mi hija va a estar
Lift every
cantando
voice and
después
sing.
para que todos canten con una voz.
And I was listening to her rehearse last night.
La escuché cantar, practicar anoche.
And some of the things that stood out to me
Y unas cosas que me quedó en mente
were the verses about stony the road we trod.
fue la carretera que estamos viajando.
And there were also some verses in there about blood.
Y habían algunos versos acerca de sangre.
Because blood has been shed on this road.
Porque la sangre se ha derramado en este camino.
Blood was shed by our ancestors, all of our ancestors, right?
Por nuestros
White
ancestros,
ancestors, black
todos nuestros
ancestors,
ancestros,
Native American ancestors.
Nativoamericanos, morenos,
For us to have freedom in this
negros,
country.
para tener
For
libertad
us
en
to have
este país,
recognition in this
para que
country.
nos reconozcan en este
Blood
país,
was then later shed
La
for people to
sangre
be able to vote
para que la gente
in this country.
pudiera votar en este país. Por eso se derramó la sangre.
And we know right now
Y ahora
people are
sabemos
still being kept from voting
Que la gente todavía
And we
la
are
está
here today.
acosando. Estamos aquí
because blood is still being shed.
porque la sangre sigue siendo derramada.
The Salem, I think, reporter had an article about an incident that happened to my son some
Aquí
years
en
ago.
Salem tuvimos un incidente
And
con
when
un
I
amigo.
shared that
Y cuando comparto
with friends of mine,
Con mis
particularly
amigos.
with white friends,
particularmente amigos
I was very
blancos,
careful
soy muy cuidadosa
about the words I use.
de las palabras que uso.
I talked about how grateful I was
Les digo cómo estaba muy orgullosa
that he was safe,
de que ahora él está mejor,
because one of our white neighbors had decided that he was suspicious standing at the bus stop
porque un vecino dijo que él era sospechoso en una parada del camión.
and followed him until the police showed up.
Y le habló a la policía y llegó la policía.
And when I shared that with my white friends,
Cuando comparto eso con
I
mis
talked
amigos
about how
blancos,
thankful I was
hablo de
that
cómo
he was
estoy
safe.
agradecida que él está vivo.
But what I was really thinking was,
Pero lo que estaba pensando en verdad,
how grateful I am
qué tan
that he was
agradecida
not dead in the street
de que no
somewhere.
estaba muerto en las calles,
That I was able to look at my child in school
que yo podía ver a mi hijo que está en la escuela
and not in a jail cell.
y no en una cárcel.
But so many other mothers can't say that today.
Pero hay muchas madres que no pueden decir
So
eso el
many
día de
other
hoy.
mothers
Muchas
saw their
madres
children,
que
their
han visto
sons,
a
their
sus
daughters
hijos
dead in the street
morir
or
en las
dead in their
calles
bed in their home.
o en sus casas, en sus camas.
We must continue to fight.
Debemos
Not
continuar
today, as
peleando,
everybody
no
has
hoy.
said. We can't. The rallies are wonderful. I
Los
love the
rallies,
energy
los
from
mítines
rallies.
son bellos,
But
qué
the
bonito.
work starts
Pero
when
el
we
trabajo
leave the rally.
empieza cuando
The
nos
work
vamos.
continues when we leave
Tiene
the
que
rally.
continuar cuando nos
The work
vayamos de aquí.
starts with you registering to vote.
El trabajo empieza con un voto.
The work starts with you voting.
El trabajo no para hasta que
The
voten.
work starts with you running for office.
Empieza cuando ustedes empiezan a correr como
The work starts
legisladores.
with you demanding from our current government what you need from your
Cuando le
city council, from
exigimos
your police
a
chief,
nuestro
from
gobernador,
your
El
legislators,
jefe de policía,
that we're
el
here
legislador,
and what we
que
need,
estamos
and we
aquí
want
por lo que
our people,
necesitamos
all people,
y por qué
to be
queremos que se le
safe.
escuche a nuestra gente, que
Thank
sea
you.
segura. Muchísimas gracias.
My name is Daniel Muller.
Yo soy Daniel Mother.
I just want to say that I love this country.
Amo este país.
Seriously, I really do love this country.
En verdad amo este país.
And I am sad.
Pero estoy triste.
I'm sad because of reasons some of you here might not be aware of.
Estoy triste por razones que ustedes no saben.
I'm sad because I love this country.
Estoy triste porque amo este país.
I was born here.
Nací
I was
aquí.
raised here.
Aquí me criaron.
I was adopted by a loving family that didn't treat me as a black kid that needed saving, but as a brother and a son.
Me adoptó una familia que no me trató como un moreno, sino como un niño que necesitaba un padre y una madre.
I went to high school and graduated just so I can say I have a diploma.
Fui a la secundaria, me gradué para decir tengo un diploma.
I served 7 years in the Army, in the infantry,
Serví 7 años en el ejército, en la infantería,
all for this country.
todo por este país.
So yes, I love this country.
Por eso amo este país.
And yes, I am sad.
Pero estoy triste
I'm sad that this beautiful country of mine doesn't want me because of the color of my skin.
que este país tan hermoso no me quiere por el color de mi piel.
I'm sad that these violent actions have been happening in this country.
Estoy triste que estos violentos acontecimientos han estado ocurriendo aquí en este país bello.
What really makes me sad is that it wasn't a white man that called the cops on George Floyd.
Lo que me da mucha tristeza es que no fue un hombre blanco que llamó a la policía en George Floyd.
It wasn't a bunch of white men that got George Floyd killed.
Que no fueron un montón de hombres de los
This
que
is-
mató este George
This
Floyd.
is not a fight against black versus white.
No es una pelea de los blancos contra los negros o los negros contra los blancos.
This is a fight against racism.
Es una pelea en contra del racismo.
I'm sad because we have been fighting this same fight for over 150 years.
Estoy triste porque hemos estado peleando esta lucha por 150 años.
The changes that have been made in the time were huge jumps. We have came a long way since then.
Tenemos mucho tiempo que hemos estado protestando.
But from Martin Luther King's time till now,
Pero
it
desde
hasn't
Martin
been
Luther
very
King
huge jumps.
no ha habido unos grandes cambios.
We look at Rodney King in 92, LA.
En el 92 vimos la paliza que le dieron a Rodney King en Los
Show me
Ángeles.
the changes from then.
Muéstrame los grandes cambios desde
We
entonces.
still have police brutality.
Todavía tenemos la brutalidad de la policía.
A change will come.
El cambio llegará,
This country is under duress.
pero ahorita está bajo custodia, arrestado.
So as per Flag Code, Title 4, Chapter 1, Section 8 Alpha,
Entonces yo les pido por lo que es este
which states
documento
the
que
flag
dice,
should never be displayed with the Union down, except as a signal of dire distress in instances of extreme danger to life or property.
la bandera nunca
My
debe
flags
estar
will
usado
be upside down.
de los afroamericanos, pero
Let's
ahorita
go make
la
some
bandera de los
changes.
afroamericanos está volteada. Necesitamos cambios.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This young man gonna say a prayer to the youngsters out here. I want you guys to stand up for him and listen to him, okay?
Quiero que todos
I
escuchen
want you to
esta
bow your
oración.
heads right now while he say a prayer.
Él va a compartir una oración.
Not as tall as him. I'm going to do a history real quick. Before the Declaration of Independence was signed, they lived in the Americas. There was a clean slate for the people who wanted to be heard and stand united so that they can break away from the separation of King George III. All they wanted was new hope and a future for themselves and their children. We don't live in the Americas anymore. We live in the United States of America. We cannot be united without unity. King George III caused founding fathers and patriots to separate and create their own unity from that separation. Now it is our time to make history and build unity from separation because of George Floyd. So the city of Salem, why can't we start in our community?
Es tiempo de unirnos, de empezar aquí con ese acontecimiento de George Floyd y construir la unidad.
Police, I call on you first to take a stand and show us that you will not allow police brutality of any kind.
Policía, te pido que tú te pongas de pie y muestras esa unidad.
It only takes one bad cop to put targets on all other cops.
Solamente toma un mal policía para ponernos, usarnos como blancos.
Good officers' duties shouldn't be 1,000 times more dangerous because of the few bad officers.
Los policías no deberían de ser malos porque hay una manzana podrida.
It only takes one bad airline pilot to put people's lives at risk.
Nada más toma una aerolínea, un mal piloto para poner a todas las vidas en riesgo.
And create trust issues that they cannot go to that airline again.
Y crear problemas de confianza donde ya no usaremos esa aerolínea.
That's the same with being an officer of the law.
Es lo mismo cuando hay un policía malo en la línea.
We should all fight for a zero tolerance bill to end police brutality and the abuse of power in every city in America.
Todos deberíamos de pelear en cada ciudad por cero tolerancia del abuso y la injusticia de la policía en toda América.
And I declare that to be done. When you make a declaration, it's for everyone to hear. Just like we made a declaration to be independent, let's make a declaration to serve and protect our people and end police brutality.
Eso es lo que hacemos con una declaración. Hago esta declaración el día de hoy de todos mantenernos unidos en contra de la brutalidad policial.
Now, for the fortunate people who haven't had to struggle with inequality,
Con la gente que no ha tenido lucha en contra de la desigualdad,
here's your chance to fight for the same equal rights that you take for granted.
esta es oportunidad de luchar y apoyar a los que sí están peleando para que no des por dado que son tus amigos o tus compañeros.
Do your part and educate yourself.
A su parte, edúcate.
Traffic stops, jogging, walking home are just some of the few things that are not equal still.
Hay cosas, por ejemplo, ir a correr en una parada de policía en la calle. No es lo mismo ser una persona de color que ser una persona de piel blanca, de la gran diferencia de la desigualdad.
I challenge you to reach out to the other people who may have different views, religion, skin color, different backgrounds, and find something in common that brings unity.
Te reto a que hables con personas de otra religión, de otra clase, de otro color, de otra cultura, para que tú encuentres la igualdad y las similaridades con ellos.
Let's stop adding to the list of things that separates us because that list is already endless.
Hay que unirnos, hay una lista muy grande, pero hay que pensar en la unidad.
Start with seeking things that we have in common. Let's build on that list.
Y hay que buscar las cosas que tenemos en común y seguir construyendo esa lista de unidad.
You will be surprised how many friends you will make.
Te sorprenderías cuántos amigos vas a hacer.
Yeah. you could also be the bridge between the officers and your neighbor.
También puedes tú ser un aliado, un puente entre los oficiales de policía y tus vecinos.
You hold the power of division and unity, and I ask, you choose unity each and every time.
Si tienes que decidir entre unidad y desunidad, escoge siempre la unidad.
Now for the suppressed and the unheard people here.
Para los que están oprimidos,
I am here standing for one person that I have been able to meet during this protest.
estoy aquí por una persona con la que me he reunido durante la protesta.
She is a strong black chick that is in our community who needs the police to show her that her life matters and every other life matters.
Ella es una mujer fuerte, pero que necesitamos que la policía le muestre respeto y le muestre que su vida es importante.
She has been suppressed for too long.
La han oprimido por mucho tiempo.
She has left from Haiti to come to the United States for freedom.
Se
We
fue
say
de-
that we have.
Se fue de Haití y vino para acá por libertad.
When she arrived, she came to America, where we would rather judge her for her skin rather than greet her with love and unity as the United States of America.
Y cuando llegó a los Estados Unidos, en vez de darle la bienvenida, la juzgamos por su piel.
She has been here day in and day out, demanding to be heard and no longer be silenced.
Ha estado aquí todo el tiempo y ha dicho que ya no va a estar en silencio.
Because of this, she has been imprisoned, been shot at, tear gassed, fighting for what justice that she deserves.
Por eso ella ha sido encarcelada, le han aventado gases lacrimógenos y la han abusado por las cosas que ella cree.
And for you, I am sorry. So that is why I stand here today.
Y por ti lo siento, por eso estoy aquí el día de hoy.
She literally has no voice, not because she has been yelling and has been exhausted, but because no one is willing to listen to her.
Estoy aquí porque ella ya no tiene voz, no porque esté cansada de gritar, sino porque no le han apoyado.
We created a society where she cannot trust the police because all she gets is silenced.
Hemos creado una sociedad en donde ya no creemos a la policía porque lo único que la policía también le da es silencio.
So today I challenge the city of Salem to make the boldest move in modern day history.
Entonces hoy los reto a todos los votantes de aquí de Salem que nos unamos en estos tiempos modernos.
I'm almost So I ask for you to make the modern day history and drop her charges and all the other people of color that demonstrated that they will rather have death than because they can't have liberty.
Exigimos que le quiten los cargos a ella y a todos los que han estado participando.
In 1775, Patrick Henry, a founding father, said, "Give me liberty or give me death."
En el 78, uno de los fundadores padres dijo, dame libertad.
Right now, we need a founding father and a leader who will listen to his people.
Necesitamos un líder y uno de los que está liderando que escucha a su gente.
And I know just the Father who you can find.
Y yo sé quién
Because
es ese
the
padre.
Father in heaven has taught us how to bring people together despite separation.
Nuestro Padre en el cielo nos ha ayudado a pelear en contra de la separación y las divisiones.
I know He says that we can go to Him and He will forgive all our debt in the past so we can have a fresh start. That's what we need, a fresh start.
Él nos dice que vayamos a Él y Él va a comenzar y va a borrar todas esas tristezas para que empecemos
Let's
desde cero.
break the chains of modern day racism.
Hay que romper
All they
las
want to
cadenas
do
de
is be
racismo.
heard and treated equal.
Solamente la gente
Moses
quiere
went
ser
to the Pharaoh
escuchada.
of Egypt and he demanded, "Let my people
Así como
go."
pasó en Egipto,
So
dejen a mi
today I
gente
ask the
salir.
city of Salem to break the
Pido a la
chains
ciudad de Salem, hay que
in the
romper las
past
cadenas.
and let my
En el
people
pasado,
go.
ama a esa
Listen to
gente,
them. Give them a
escucha a
clean
ellos.
slate.
empezar,
Start. And we
hay que
can
romper
stand
esas cadenas.
as a city united. That
Para
young
que la
black
ciudad esté
chick
unida.
from Haiti. If
Hay que
you
apoyar a
said
esta
to me
mujer de
that if
Haití.
you follow him, you will.
Para apoyarla.
Walk with us movement is where police and communities can start side by side.
Tenemos
Just
que
like
caminar
God
juntos.
is on my side. He parted the sea
Así
for His
como
people
Dios
to be free.
dividió
So
el
I
mar
know that He can move mountains if we
para
follow
apoyar a su
Him.
gente, para que los
God
sigamos.
has called me to be a fisherman,
está
and I
conmigo, me ha hecho
am reaching
pescador.
out to
Y
you
Él está
so we
hablando
can
contigo
take a stand in the
para que
name of
tomen una posición
Jesus.
en su nombre.
Woo! Join this movement so that
Únanse a este
God
movimiento
can
para que
show
Dios
love
muestre
through
amor a
me.
través de mí,
So He can flow.
para que Él pueda moverse.
Walk with Him and
Caminen
walk
con Él.
with us.
Caminen con
And walk
nosotros.
with the chick from Haiti.
Caminen y ayuden a esa mujer de Haiti.
Woo! Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you. Your presence
Padre,
is
tu
here.
presencia está
There's
aquí.
no denying that.
No lo
And you
negamos.
want to be heard.
Quieres ser
Let Him
escuchado.
be heard like the people
Dejen
who are being
escucharlo,
silenced
así como la gente
today.
que está siendo silenciada el
Break
día de
those
hoy.
chains of
Rompe las
separation.
cadenas
All
que
you
nos
want
separan.
is united.
Solo
And
queremos
that's
unirnos.
what we need to bring.
Es lo que
Bring
necesitamos
united for
Unidos por
Him.
Él.
Woo! Woo! Let's all dance for Jesus because we are children of God.
Jesús, somos hijos de Dios.
Woo! That rain that He did earlier, that's the pouring down of His love.
Nos escuche recibir su amor.
He poured His love on each and every one of you
Su amor
without
es
you
amor en
knowing,
todos
to
nosotros,
touch
ustedes
your
lo
heart,
conocen,
to be able to
para que
plant
toque
that
nuestro
seed,
corazón.
that you can grow,
Así como
to be
hablamos,
united
para
and
ser
see
unidos.
past the differences that
Para
brings
que no haya
us
diferencias
together.
y nos une.
Woo! You may not follow Him now, you
Tal
may
vez no
not
lo
believe
sigue,
with Him,
tal
but
vez
He
no
will
lo
show
sigue.
you through the movement
Pero
that
le
He is
vamos
going to
a
bring
mostrar en el
to
movimiento
not only here,
lo que Él
but
va a
He's going to
traer.
bring it to the state. He's going to bring it to the nation. He's
Va a
going to
traer
bring
a
it
toda la
around the
nación,
world.
en todo el mundo.
Woo. This is a passion of mine. And if anything, if anybody knows me,
Si alguien
I
me
love
conoce,
people.
saben que amo a la
And it
gente.
hurts to know that I
duele
can't do it
saber,
alone.
no puedo
I
hacerlo
need
solo.
you.
Te necesito.
Be like Him and love
Los
people
amamos.
despite your
Amamos a la
differences.
gente independientemente de
He's
sus
crying out,
diferencias.
we need a higher power, and He's
Necesitamos
the
el poder
one.
supremo. Él es el uno, Él es el único.
Good shit, man.
Get that young, passionate man a hand. Give him a hand.
So,
Get that young man, your generation, who's speaking his mind today. I hope you guys felt his pain.
espero que
I
todos
hope you
sientan
felt
su
his
dolor.
pain.
Te escucho.
I can't hear you.
No te escucho.
I can't hear
Te
you.
escucho.
All right. Mr. Greg Simpson gonna talk to you today.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. What's up, Salem?
¿Cómo están, Salem?
I want to give a shout out to anybody that came out here from out of town.
Todos los que vinieron fuera de aquí.
We appreciate your effort and your support.
Gracias por su apoyo.
I want to give thanks to anybody that came up here
Todos los que
and said what was on their heart. I thank this young brother right here for putting it all out there.
a todos los que organizaron.
Right now, we got two announcements that need to be made. Make sure y'all listen up.
Escuchen, por favor.
Okay. Y'all can hear me?
¿Me escuchan bien?
All right. So I forgot to show y'all my shirt. Just wanted to make sure y'all use your voice.
Olvidé quitarme mi chamarra. Quiero que escuchen mi voz.
Won't be here long. So quick announcement.
Un anuncio.
If those that you can see, there's two tents back there, the two dark navy tents.
Hay dos casas de campaña oscuras que están allá, como color azul marino, ¿sí las ven?
Back there is where the Sikh community of Oregon
Ahí está la comunidad de Oregon.
has donated food for us today.
Nos donaron la comida el día de hoy.
So, as you feel a need to get replenished while you're out here, feel free to circle by
Si tienen
and get some of
necesidad,
the
vayan
food.
para allá, agarren
Our
comida.
community together,
Nuestra
supporting us.
comunidad nos está apoyando.
The two navy blue tents in the back.
About to.
Ahí en las que están atrás, en las casas de campaña que están atrás.
Good afternoon, folks.
Buenas tardes.
So my name's Imani Hall.
So
I have
Imani-
one word of encouragement and one announcement. The
Quiero
word of encouragement
apoyarlos.
being that racism has a time limit. Patriarchy has a time limit. I think that this moment that we're in right now is showing that in a couple months, in a couple years, this will no longer be our reality. So thank you all for coming out here to make that reality possible now.
Gracias a todos por venir. Solo quería decirles dos cosas. El racismo y la patriarcado tienen fecha de caducidad, tienen fecha límite y esto va a cambiar.
Thank you. And with that, so for anyone, particularly folks of color who have been to protests previously, there's a nonprofit named Illuvium, and they can do coronavirus testing, and they're over on the east side of the Capitol building. And so if you can see the ambulance that says Illuvium on the side, they have limited tests, so it's specifically for folks of color who have been to protests previously. Thank you all.
Para todos
Much
los
peace.
compañeros que no saben, si eso es de una gente de color, por favor vaya a la ambulancia, ahí hay exámenes de coronavirus, pero es solamente para la gente de color, pero puede hacerse ahí el examen de coronavirus por si ha estado en otras marchas y protestas y cree que se contagió.
And also we have water over here, so be kind to your officer, they pass you some water.
Tenemos agua, por
Show
favor,
that solidarity,
muestren
okay?
su solidaridad.
But that's what we're here for.
Por eso estamos
Unity in the
aquí.
community.
Unidad en la comunidad.
Unity in the community.
Unidad en la comunidad.
Okay, that's what they're here for.
Por eso estamos
Not
aquí.
F12, fix 12.
Por eso estamos aquí.
I
todos
want
unidos.
everybody to say fix 12. Fix 12.
Paz a todos.
All right. So they're going to pass you guys some water out, so you guys be gentle.
Les van
Thank
a
you,
pasar
thank
agua,
you.
todos con mucho respeto. Gracias.
Sit right here.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Lístense,
Get
alístense.
ready, get ready, get ready. Come on, Salem. Come on, Salem.
ánimo.
Come on, Salem. Come on, Salem.
Escuche.
Yeah. And hello, world. Hey. Black lives matter. 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 Black lives matter.
La vida de los afroamericanos también vale y también es importante.
Black I am and black I will be.
Soy
Black
morena
is
y
black
siempre
is
voy a
a
ser
gift
morena.
God gave to me.
He nacido.
Black I am
Soy
and black
morena.
I will be.
Y siempre
Black
seré.
is a choice that was made for me. You see,
morena fue
black
una
does not
acción
mean
que se
you
hizo
have to
para mí.
act so bad or come off so tough. Black doesn't mean you're less than or not good enough.
Ser moreno no quiere decir que
Black
uno es
is not a
menos.
choice. It's not
moreno
determined
no
by
es
the
una
sound
elección.
of one's voice.
No es algo que tengo que
Black
determinar.
I am and
Soy
black
morena.
I be.
Y
Here
siempre
I
seré.
stand, my life in God's hands.
Mi vida
Black
está en la vida de
because
Dios.
black I am.
Porque soy negra y soy morena.
Right now, I will ask that anyone who is running for office or has recently won their seat in the primaries, please come and stand behind me right now.
Por favor, todos los que están corriendo para una posición de legislatura, para gobernador, para legislador, diputado, senador o ha sido representante en el pasado, por favor pónganse aquí de pie detrás de mí.
My name is Adrian and I'm half black, transgender, queer,
Soy
and autistic.
Adriana, soy mitad afroamericana, transgénero, lesbiana, homosexual.
So mostly, I'm a walking target for the police and Trump supporters.
Básicamente
Sí.
soy un blanco que estoy caminando para que la policía me dispare.
I am also a local activist and work on campaigns to get good people in office.
So, también
these-
soy un activista y trabajo para elegir a legisladores que tomen este lugar aquí de poder.
Tony McDade, a black trans man, was 38 when he was killed by police last month.
Tony McDade tenía 38 años cuando lo mató la policía.
His life mattered, but
Su
not to the
vida
police.
importa. Su vida vale.
Tay Gully, a black trans woman, was 31 when she was lynched in Portland.
Tente Goli tenía 31, era afroamericana y fue linchada aquí en Portland.
Last year, the cops ruled it was a suicide,
El año
even
pasado.
with video and witnesses,
Dijeron que fue un suicidio, aunque habían videos. de
saying
prueba.
that it was murder.
Dijeron
Her life mattered,
fue un asesinado, su vida
but
importa.
not to the police.
Pero no para la policía, no le importa.
I hope one day that my name will not be read aloud at the protests, but these
Espero que mi
days,
nombre no sea
I'm not
leído en
certain
una
that I will get
protesta.
that wish.
No estoy segura si voy a
I was
morir
happy
también.
last year when I finally realized I was trans, but the happiness only lasted for a couple of weeks until I was walking down the street and realized I'm now in a much smaller, more hated community.
El año pasado me di cuenta
My mom is just
lo
a
que era
lesbian.
y me di cuenta que yo también era un blanco en la comunidad.
Fear over being my true self washed all over those good feelings.
Por favor, lávame todo esto.
The only thing I have going for me is that cops usually can't tell that I'm half black from a distance.
Lo que me ayuda es que los policías no pueden ver que soy mitad negra a larga distancia.
Many of my trans brothers and sisters don't have that advantage.
Muchos de mis compañeros negras que son transexuales no tienen esa ventaja que yo tengo.
I also worry about my blood brothers and sisters since most of them are darker than me.
Me preocupo de mis hermanas que tienen la piel más oscura que yo.
I shouldn't have to worry if a cop is going to kill them since they all do nothing warranted to warrant being killed.
No tengo que preocuparme por ellos, ya que ellos no están haciendo nada malo para que sean asesinados o disparados.
But to a cop, them just breathing can be a crime.
Pero para los policías, simple y sencillamente respirar puede ser un delito.
I shouldn't have to worry if my sister is going to get home from work alive when she got home from serving in Afghanistan just fine.
No debería yo de estar preocupada si mi compañera va a llegar a la casa de haber estado trabajando.
As much as I love seeing all of you here and appreciate you protesting against police violence,
Me gusta mucho que estén aquí protestando por la policía y su violencia,
it will mean nothing if you don't vote.
pero no significa nada si no votan.
Only 40% of registered voters in Marion County voted in the primaries, and that got us stuck with a racist Mayor Bennett again.
En la primaria solamente 40% aquí en ese condado de Marion votó y por eso estamos atascados con ese cabrón racista.
Local elections matter more than national elections for the most part, except for this year.
Las elecciones locales importan mucho, excepto por este año.
This
que es
year,
una-
finally, the presidential election is more important because if we don't vote this racist orange menace out of the White House, we won't have an election again.
Y es importante que voten, porque si no votan a nivel nacional, este loco cabrón naranja va a poder ganar otra vez.
If you don't vote,
Si no
your
ganan.
voice here does nothing to actually help us POCs feel safe.
Su voz
or
no
be
nos
safe.
ayudó en nada para sentirnos seguros.
If you don't vote, you're helping the police continue to keep their knees on our necks.
Si ustedes no votan, están ayudando
White
a la
people, I'm
policía para
speaking
que
to you
tengan
the
sus
most
rodillas en
because
nuestros
you help
cuellos.
prop up this injustice system.
Ustedes han ayudado a que haya esta
When you
injusticia
don't vote,
cuando no votan.
the people behind me are all running for office or have already won in the primaries.
La gente que está atrás de mí ya ganaron la primaria o están corriendo ahorita para
They
ser
will all have
legisladores.
voter registration cards on them for you to register. The ones
Todos
that are
tienen-
still running for office need you to volunteer to sign up for help.
Todavía tienen tarjetas para que se registren para votar, pero también necesitamos que ustedes se registren para ser voluntarios en sus campañas.
Find them. Sign up to help.
Regístrense.
There's a table.
Hay una
It's going
mesa
to have registration cards.
donde tenemos
Sign up.
tarjetas de
If you don't
registración.
vote, your
Si no
voice
se
doesn't
registra-
matter here today.
Y si
If
usted
you
no
don't
vota, su
vote,
voz
they
no
will
importa.
keep putting their knees on our
Y
fucking
si
necks.
no votan, van a seguir poniendo sus
Stop this.
rodillas
Vote
en nuestros
Orange Men's
pinches
out. Vote
cuellos.
every single Republican out. We don't need them anymore.
No
These
necesitamos
people
a esos
are
cabrones
promised
republicanos.
to help us.
Necesitamos gente
Get them
como
in
ellos que
office.
están aquí
Vote.
para ganar. Hay que elegirlos en la oficina. ¡Voten!
How you doing, Salem?
¿Cómo están?
How you doing, Salem?
¿Cómo están?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why. So look, everybody that's speaking, man, you know, they speaking powerful words. There's truth in everything that's being said. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's truth in everything that's being said. So I want y'all to take what's being said and take it home with you. Don't just hear it right now and be done for the moment. Take it home with you. Conversate about it. Talk about it. That's how we keep it going in the community. We can't let it die off. We can't let it die down.
Lleven ese mensaje a sus casas, no solamente aquí. No puedes dejar que se muera ese mensaje. Llévenselo a sus casas. Mantengan esas pláticas y conversaciones con sus compañeros en el trabajo en todas partes.
Now, as we march, after the speeches, as we march, we're going to go around and we're going to come back this way. And when we come back, we're going to come through this field right here.
Vamos a marchar todos alrededor y vamos a llegar a este campo.
As we come down this field right here, I want us to fill it up.
Y quiero que lo llenemos.
I don't want us to be off to the sides and none of that. We're going to fill that whole thing up right there like Portland filled up their bridge. We're going to do that here.
No quiero que estén de lado, amontonados. Quiero que todos estén de frente allá en el centro.
That's a sign of strength. That's a sign of power.
Es una muestra de poder y de fuerza.
I'm gonna let the speeches continue. Thank you, guys.
Voy a dejar que los sermones continúen.
Hello, guys. My name is Jasmine Fields. I am 25 years old.
Yo soy
I am
Jasmine, tengo
from,
25 años.
I'm from New York. I'm from Queens.
Soy de Nueva York, de Queens.
I currently am a resident in McMinnville. I've been in Oregon for about 4.5 years now.
Soy residente de McMinnville y tengo aquí por 4 años aquí como residente.
So what I want to do today is I want to read you some words. I want to make sure it's clear and concise for you guys. Don't want to ramble because that's
Quiero leerles
something I
unas
fear.
palabras, no quiero titubear ni tartamudear.
I am numb, for I must stand up and be the voice of many. Our communities are greeted by violence, and yet again we are forced to be victims. Another man has been killed by those who claim to protect us. What scared me most is that it could have been my father or my brother. I've had that conversation with my mother again on ways I can come off unthreatening so that I may survive another scared cop. For my skin may incite fear in you, and I can become just another statistic. Another Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, their deaths will not go in vain. I am angry, yes, and I will weaponize my anger through diplomacy, through peace and love, because the world needs that now. We must remain hopeful, because freedom to me means no fear, as Nina Simone once said. Whether you're a cop or a civilian, we are all scared of where our country has gone. This movement should speak to all Americans who are outraged with the impartiality of justice that is being dispersed in this country. How many times are we not going to condemn the inaction of our government when another innocent black man or person of color dies in this country? Some would like to argue that police brutality is an issue that all communities face, which is true. But this is a matter of ratio. We continue to see our communities drenched in racist policies such as gentrification, mass incarceration, and redlining. How can we not acknowledge this? We must be innovative, folks. We must use November as a tool to rebuild our nation into a country we the people see fit and works for us. The inequities of our country have been brought to the forefront, so we have to answer the call since our government will not. If you're here to create chaos, then this cause isn't for you. We are a movement about accountability and saying we will not be ignored. Peace will continue to be our narrative. It is time to introspect and do our research. The change starts as individuals. If we spread our message and speak amongst the members with each of our communities, our message can move faster than any pandemic. We are one. We are all. Black Lives Matter.
Hi, everyone.
Saludos a todos.
My name is Jackie Leung, and I'm a city councilor in the city of Salem.
Yo soy Jackie León y soy un consejero de la ciudad aquí en la ciudad de Salem.
George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tanisha Anderson, Tatiana Jefferson, Eleanor Bumpers, Ayanna Stanley Jones, Katherine Johnston, Black men, Black women, Black children, Black LGBTQI+.
George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tanisha Anderson, Tatiana Jefferson, Eleanor Bumpers, Ayanna Stanley Jones, Katherine Johnson, los hombres morenos, los hombres afroamericanos, las mujeres, los niños y la comunidad LGBTQI.
These are the names of some, but not all, of those who were killed from racialized violence and police brutality.
Estos son los nombres de algunos, pero no de todos los que han sido asesinados por violencia racial y brutalidad policial.
There are two dangerous matters affecting us today. The disproportionate impact of the coronavirus, COVID-19, on our communities and the systematic oppression of our Black communities.
Son dos cuestiones muy peligrosas que nos están afectando el día de hoy. Una es la desproporción, ese impacto del coronavirus, del COVID-19 en nuestras comunidades y la opresión sistemática en nuestras comunidades afroamericanas y negras.
Racism is a public health crisis that permeates within our communities. We, as a city and as a state, can and should do better.
El racismo es una crisis de salud pública que no solamente está contagiando, pero está contaminando dentro de nuestras comunidades. Nosotros como la ciudad y como Estado deberíamos de hacer las cosas mejor.
It should not take a video recording to call out racism. And even then, the damage continues. Instead of focusing on the killers, it focuses on the victims, tearing down their lives and making the victim, the dead victim, a victim again.
No debería de tomar un video o una cámara que se grabe para poder llamarle racismo. Y aún así, ese daño continúa. Nosotros en vez de enfocarnos en los asesinos, nos enfocamos en la víctima, destruyendo la vida y haciendo que las víctimas sigan siendo víctimas. Y aunque están muertas, los victimizamos otra vez.
Why are we out here?
¿Por qué estamos aquí?
Why are we marching?
¿Por qué marchamos?
Who are we marching for?
¿Por quién marchamos?
A few days ago, a local family had the police called on them. Why? Their family, with permission and on their own business, were using sidewalk chalk to create art. Someone felt the need to call police.
Hace un par de días una familia local tuve que llamar a la policía y les echaron la policía a unas familias que estaban con permiso dibujando arte en el piso con el gis para crear ese arte. Alguien le llamó a la policía.
Thankfully, nothing happened. This time.
Gracias a Dios nada sucedió esta vez.
This is why Black Lives Matters. We must hold police accountable. We must hold people who feel the need to call police on the black community accountable.
Por eso el movimiento de afroamericanos, la vida de los negros, la vida de los afroamericanos es importante porque tenemos que hacer responsable a la policía. Necesitamos llamar a la gente, también confrontarlos, enfrentarlos, la gente que está llamándolo sin ninguna razón, sin ningún motivo a la policía y hacerlos responsables por su racismo que están haciendo al llamarle a la policía.
We must call out racism for what it is.
Hay que llamarle racismo por lo que es.
This is a time we need to support each other, uplift one another. We must move from conversations to action.
Es momento de apoyarnos unos a otros y de empezar las conversaciones y hacer acción.
Not sure what to do? Demand justice.
Si no saben qué hacer, hay que firmar la petición.
Sign the petition to demand racism meets the criteria for threats to public health. Read on how to be anti-racist. It is not enough to say you're not racist. Be anti-racist.
Y si no están seguros de lo que tienen que hacer, hay que demandar, exigir la justicia, firmar la petición para exigir que se haga y se cumpla todos los entrenamientos o todas las demandas de lo que es la función pública cuando hay demandas y lo que es la criteria del racismo. Nosotros debemos de ser antirracistas. No es suficiente decir que no eres racista, hay que ser antirracista.
Our communities are and continue to be increasingly fractured and broken, not only from COVID-19, but from the continued onslaught of violence and senseless murders of our black community.
Nuestras comunidades están y necesitan continuar incrementándose, pero están siendo reventadas, están siendo quebradas y fracturadas, no solamente por lo del COVID-19, lo del coronavirus, pero también porque continúan siendo afectadas por la violencia y los asesinatos en nuestras comunidades afroamericanas.
Do better, be better. You, me, all of us together.
Tenemos que hacer las cosas mejor, tenemos que ser mejor. Tú, yo, todos nosotros, todos juntos.
I will end with a quote from Ida B. Wells, a civil rights activist and American journalist. The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them.
Voy a terminar con un comentario de un afroamericano de los derechos civiles, un activista que dijo, que era un periodista que dijo, la forma de hacer las cosas mejor y corregirlas es prender la luz, incendiar la luz y enfocarles de lo que están haciendo.
Thank you.
Gracias a todos.
Okay, there we go. Woo! There we go. Where's my people?
¿Dónde está mi gente?
Woo! There we go. I love that.
Los amo.
My friends, mis amigos, familia. My name is Miriam Cummins, and I am a brown Latina woman. As I am standing here before you, my heart aches as I keep seeing how our black and brown people are being treated by racism and injustice.
Mi nombre es Miriam Cummins y soy una mujer latina, morena. Mientras estoy parada aquí delante de ustedes, me duele el corazón el seguir viendo cómo nuestras personas negras y latinas están siendo tratadas mal por el racismo y la injusticia.
What happened to George Floyd should not have happened. If he was a white person, the police officer would have conducted himself in a different way. Which brings me to the conclusion, racism.
Si lo que pasó con este George Floyd no debería de haber sucedido. Si él fuera una persona blanca, el oficial de policía se habría comportado de una manera diferente. Lo que me lleva a la conclusión, el racismo.
Racism is very much alive. Racism is present. Racism affects all people of color.
El racismo está muy vivo. El racismo está presente. El racismo afecta a todas las personas de color.
Even though this incident did not happen in Oregon, we need to ensure that this doesn't happen here. And we can do so by making sure that all of our police officers are trained not only physically, but mentally when approaching a person of color.
Aunque este incidente no ocurrió en Oregon, debemos asegurarnos de que esto no suceda aquí. Y podemos hacerlo asegurándonos de que todos nuestros oficiales de policía estén capacitados, no solamente física, pero mentalmente, al acercarse a una persona de color. No somos una amenaza. El color de mi piel no debe presentarse como voy a ser tratada por aquellos que han jurado protegernos.
We are not a threat. My skin color should not depict how I am going to be treated by those that are sworn to protect us. Oregon is not immune to the systematic oppression of our police force. Last year, Genesis Hansen, a student at Oregon State University, was arrested by Oregon State Police for refusing to show her ID, which she was within her legal right to do so while riding her bike outside of the bike lane. Criminal charges were eventually dropped. However, we need to put a stop to racial profiling and hold those that have violated that oath to be accountable for their actions.
Oregon no es inmune a la opresión sistemática de nuestra fuerza policial. El año pasado, Genesis Hansen, una estudiante de la Universidad Estatal de Oregon, fue arrestada por la Policía Estatal de Oregon por negarse a mostrar su identificación, que estaba dentro de su derecho legal de hacerlo, mientras montaba su bicicleta fuera del carril para bicicletas. Los cargos penales fueron finalmente retirados. Sin embargo, debemos poner fin al perfil racial y hacer que quienes hayan violado ese juramento sean responsables de sus acciones.
As a brown Latina woman, I feel that my skin color is a target.
Como una mujer latina morena, siento que mi color de piel es un blanco.
There have been times that when I have gone to the store with my mother, who is also a brown Latina woman, have had the store asset protection security follow us around the store because what that person saw was two brown women at a store that he automatically thought that we were up to no good. And that same individual even called the police on us when asked why he was following us. Even though this happened to my mother and I, Black lives are affected even more by the systematic racism in this country. Again, our skin color should not elicit a target.
Hubo momentos en que cuando iba a la tienda con mi madre, que también es una mujer latina morena, la seguridad de protección de activos de la tienda nos estaban siguiendo por la tienda porque esas personas vio a dos mujeres morenas en una tienda en el que automáticamente él pensó que no estábamos haciendo nada bueno. Y ese mismo individuo incluso nos llamó a la policía cuando se le preguntó por qué nos seguían. Aunque esto nos sucedió a mí y a mi madre, las vidas negras han sido afectadas aún más por el racismo sistemático en este país. Otra vez, el color de nuestra piel no debería provocar un blanco.
We need to make sure that those that elicit fear to our communities of color are held accountable.
Necesitamos asegurarnos de que aquellos que eliciten miedo a nuestras comunidades de color deben ser responsables.
We must hold law enforcement accountable. Just because they are law officers, it does not mean that they are above the law. Police silence is police violence.
Debemos responsabilizar a la policía. El hecho de que sean agentes de la ley no significa que estén por encima de la ley. El silencio policial es violencia policial.
Let me repeat that in case that was hard to hear. Police silence is police violence.
Permítanme repetir esto en caso de que sea difícil de escuchar. El silencio policial es violencia policial.
Staying silent as a law enforcement officer in this issue of police brutality and systematic racism sends a message that you condone the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Oscar Grant, Jamar Clark, Philando Castile, Michael Brown, Michelle Shirley, and dozens of others that we must honor by saying their names.
Mantenerse en silencio como agentes de la ley sobre este tema de brutalidad policial y racismo sistemático envía un mensaje de que aprueba los asesinatos de George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Oscar Grant, Jamar Clark, Philando Castile, Michael Brown, Michael Shirley y las docenas de otros que debemos honrar al decir sus nombres.
Woo! Raise your hands.
Levanten sus manos.
And so I pose this question to you, law enforcement, that is out there listening. Are you going to walk right next to us or against us?
Y entonces les planteo esta pregunta a la policía que está escuchando entre ustedes. ¿Van a caminar junto con nosotros o en contra de nosotros?
We need you to walk right next to us and not against us. We are here because we are tired of seeing this injustice in individuals that are wearing badges and using their power not for good, but in hurting our communities.
Necesitamos que caminen junto a nosotros y no en contra de nosotros. Estamos aquí porque estamos cansados de ver esta injusticia en personas que usan su placa policial y usan su poder no para hacer cosas buenas, sino para dañar a nuestras comunidades.
I will, and I am standing next to you to ensure that in the legislature there is accountability and the mistreatment of people of color is not going to be tolerated by law enforcement.
Lo haré y estoy a su lado y en asegurarme de que en la legislatura exista responsabilidad y que el maltrato hacia personas de color no sea tolerado por la policía.
We need to make sure that our law enforcement have the proper training and tools and how to be culturally responsive when talking to people of color. And that if they have implicit bias towards people of color, that it needs to be addressed so they can get the proper tools when working with a community.
Necesitamos asegurarnos de que nuestros oficiales de la ley tengan el entrenamiento y las herramientas adecuadas sobre cómo responder culturalmente al hablar con personas de color. Y que si tienen un sesgo implícito hacia las personas de color, es necesario abordarlo para que puedan obtener las herramientas adecuadas al trabajar con la comunidad.
As a person of color, I have become tired of the systematic oppression of racism and injustice and lack of representation.
Como
That I-
persona de color, me he cansado de la opresión sistemática del racismo y la injusticia y la falta de representación.
that I have decided to do something about it.
Y he decidido hacer algo al respecto.
I have decided to run for state representative for House District 15 because I want my voice heard.
Y he decidido postularme como representante estatal para el Distrito 15 porque quiero que se escuche mi voz.
I want our voice to be heard.
Quiero que nuestra voz sea escuchada.
There needs to be more representation of people of color in the legislature because the more people of color that get into these leadership positions, the greater the opportunities for equality, accountability, and social justice for all.
Quiero que se escuche nuestra voz. Es necesario que haya representación de personas de liderazgo, de color en la legislatura, porque cuando más personas de color ingresen a estos puestos de liderazgo, hayan mayores las oportunidades de igualdad, responsabilidad y justicia social para todos.
We are here because Black Lives Matter. We are here as one.
Estamos aquí porque la vida negra importa. Estamos aquí como uno.
I leave you with a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the hopes that this message comes across to those that have oppressed us. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Thank you.
Les dejo con una cita del Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. con la esperanza de que este mensaje llegue a quienes nos han oprimido. La injusticia en cualquier lugar es una amenaza para la justicia en todas partes. Gracias.
All right, hello, I'm Julianne Jackson. I'm just going to hold it because I don't have time to mess with that.
Yo soy Julian, espero encontrar mi mensaje.
For all lives to matter, Black lives and lives of people of color must matter. What the recent murders of Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and George Floyd have illuminated is a truth that communities of color have always known. That police brutality, systematic injustice, and aggression towards our communities have existed since this country's inception. 50 states and 18 countries around the globe now stand with us in solidarity. Our leaders and our future leaders are listening like never before. And there is a reason for that. We are lifting the veil and the whole world is watching. We must not waste this moment. George Floyd's murder was just a tipping point. It was not an isolated incident. And if we do not continue to stand together united to institute lasting and evidence-based change, What we know is we will see this again. We know what we have seen, imagine what we have not seen. In fact, our allies are now getting a front row seat as police brutality amidst peaceful protests have now made it clear, more clear than ever, that unchecked power yields dangerous results. You are now viewing in color the reality of a long-faced inequity. So officers with us today, we are grateful that you are here and willing to kneel. We are grateful that you have come today to show your solidarity, but we would be more grateful if you mean it. Do not march with us and remain unchanged. Do not kneel without first thinking of the many, many lives lost that have created the need for this movement. This is not a photo op for us. This is not a sound bite for us. This is our lives. If after today you can check your bias the moment you put your badge on your chest or your gun on your hip, we would be grateful. If after today no mother of color has to warn her children that you cannot be trusted, that there are different rules for them than there are for their counterparts, or that after today you can be trusted to protect your peaceful citizens more or much more than you do each other. Now that I have said that, let me say this. Agitators, those seeking to be destructive, please realize this is not the voice of this movement. To really make change, we must be unified and diplomatic. We cannot be antagonists, and we must do better. For those of you shaking your head and misunderstanding our frustration because, well, Oregon isn't like that, I implore you to look at our extensive history of white supremacy, police brutality, segregation, gentrification, and understand that the laws and systems in place in this state were never meant to inspire equity. They were written and enforced for the comfort of white men. I ask you to look at the disproportionate number of people of color incarcerated, the disproportionate number of Native and Black children removed from their homes by CPS who, by their own admission, have not been equitable. I ask that you remember Chase Hammer, a former classmate and friend who was killed by Salem PD in 2012, who used excessive force when they should have been de-escalating a man on the verge of suicide. I ask you to look at cities around us like Dallas that have a history of KK involvement and at one time was considered one of the largest hubs for what we must consider domestic terrorism. That said, I see no reason for white guilt. You are not your forefathers, and you have the ability to use your voice to make change right now. This last week, I have seen people of every race, of every creed, of every religion come together, and I must say, the change I feel in the air has brought me to tears. The pride I feel today in the people of this country has swelled from up inside me to a point of becoming overwhelmed. I have to say, it hurts, but for many years in this city, I have felt uncomfortable in my own skin. I have felt feared, dismissed, and misunderstood, but today I stand before you a proud Black woman. We are in the midst of a revolution. You and I and those standing with us, we are making history. But we cannot afford to rest. We cannot afford to lose this momentum. Now is the time to press in, to demand lasting and sustained systematic changes, dismantle systems that no longer work for the people. We have the world's ear, and it is my sincerest prayer that we use it not to continue the narrative of division that our current government would like to portray, but that we portray solidarity and we cry out for equity, as it is being proven right now. We must never, ever, ever go backwards. We must not only think of our cause, but the cause of all people of color. I take a minute to reflect on my many brown men, women, and children held in bondage at our borders in cages. Today, it is not white versus black. It is everybody against racist, unchecked systems, and government brutality. There will be an event for allies and those who wish to be allies next week on the 13th, right here. If you would like to learn immediate and impactful everyday ways to further the advancement of colored people, we invite you. Please join us. Again, I say this. All lives cannot matter until black lives and lives of people of color matter.
Se les invita a todas las personas que quieran ser aliados, que quieran ser parte de ese movimiento aquí el próximo jueves 13 para que se reúnan y puedan ser parte de este movimiento. Gracias.
My name is Zinyana Cryer. I am going to be singing the Black National Anthem.
Vamos a cantar el himno nacional afroamericano.
Somebody that I look up to today said that in these times, I'm not just a musician, I am an activist. So I can't come up here and sing without also saying a few words, and I wanted to take this as an opportunity to talk about the history of the song a little bit.
No solamente quiero hablar acerca de la música, sino un poquito de activismo y les quiero decir un par de palabras.
This song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, was originally a poem that was adapted into song in 1899.
En 1899 este fue un poema que se adaptó como canción.
It was written by James Weldon Johnson.
Fue escrito por James Weldon Johnson,
a black activist and writer who was born in 1873, I believe.
Fue un activista que nació en el 1873, creo.
Shortly after the end of slavery.
Al final de la esclavitud.
This song is one about remaining hopeful in times of strife. It's a song about fighting injustice, perseverance, and it's a song about knowing a painful history.
Es una canción que habla acerca de la perseverancia, la injusticia, pero más que nada la esperanza para mantener victorioso sobre la injusticia.
Without further ado,
Sin
lift
más,
every voice and sing.
Por favor, todos canten conmigo.
Just have to make sure I'm starting in the right key. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have come, treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. We have come out over a way that with tears has been watered, out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the bright gleam of our bright star is cast. Back to the first verse. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listing skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Thank you.
Lucky for you guys, I won't be singing today, but that was amazing.
Eso fue increíble. Yo no voy a estar cantando.
My name is Mina Miman. I have no special accolades that make me deserve to be up here in front of you.
Soy
I am
Mina.
a Kurdish American woman,
No tengo nada especial para estar aquí enfrente de ustedes.
and I am an ally, and empathy and understanding bring me up here today.
Soy una aliada y tengo mucho entendimiento de lo que está sucediendo.
We are here because our country is very clearly broken. It is up to us as a collective to demand a higher ethical code from our leaders and authority. In a time where we should feel the security from a top-down model, it is up to us, the citizens, to carry our nation through a lesson we will never forget. The African American request for justice, equality, and freedom has been explicitly, physically denied. History has been repeating itself and can no longer be reduced to an accident. It's time we own our collective history through a movement that will set the pace for blacks to control their own narrative without fear of unjust punishment. We have failed to ensure that all Americans are granted those basic human rights that ensure life, liberty, and prosperity. How can you be prosperous when you're deliberately pushed into poverty in America? How can you be prosperous if you feel fear in broad daylight? How can you prosper when you feel that you have to compromise any of your blackness to be considered for opportunities? I'm not blind to my own privilege. I'm honored to stand here with you. I will never claim to understand the plight of being black in America. I do understand that no apology can bring back justice for the millions of African Americans' lives that have been taken because of our system. I do understand that silence is complicitness, and I'm here to get loud with you. The impunitive behaviors of everyday Americans are grossly un-American, and this rage is overdue. The task is quite simple. Stop the dehumanization of African Americans and people of color. I stand in front of you understanding that I am a person of color who has been able to pass for white, and that has made all the difference in my experiences. That fills me with rage. That fills me with rage. It fills you with rage, and I get it. It's time to fight, to learn, and to transform together. America is broken, but it is not beyond repair. For our nation to heal from a trauma of this caliber, we must be deliberate and intentional, unified and clear. With the technological advances our society has to expose the nightmare that millions of Americans experience each day, it has become abundantly clear. We need and we demand change. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Without justice, there will be no rest, no repair, no peace, and no unity. Thank you. God bless you. Take care.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Hi, folks. I'm Bill Burgess, your county clerk and the elections administrator, so I hope you're all sending me mail. My office also handles marriage licenses, passports, and land records such as deeds and mortgages, and I know you all want to own your home someday, so we'll help you with the paperwork to make sure you can defend your rights on that. You know, it's good to see you all here today. I'm glad to be with people dedicated to decency, to hope, and to love. It's so much different than what we've heard in the past. But this is really a groundswell that's happening here. It's tragic that it took yet another lynching, the public lynching of George Floyd, by 4 rogue police officers in Minneapolis. I hurt, you hurt, our law enforcement here hurts terribly, and the whole world hurts. This is yet another of a 400-year string of murdering people of color, largely because of their color, because of the legacy of the ungodly practice of slavery, and because of human trafficking and bondage. Yes, we fought a civil war. Yes, valiant people fought through the civil rights movement, culminating in the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, and other laws to protect and advance opportunity for people of color. Obviously, as in George Floyd's case, and that of many people of color, some of which have been mentioned today, prejudice, bigotry, hate, and social injustice still prevail. Many of us have repeatedly experienced the pain of injustice in our own lives, in that of our family, and that of our friends. The difference today, though, is that people like us throughout our nation and the world are taking notice, standing up, and demanding change. This is a shot heard round the world, as intense and hopefully as world-changing as the shot heard round the world April 19th, 1775 in Concord, Massachusetts, that started the American Revolution. How do we turn this around? How do we assure our voices are heard? How do we assure the grievances that we bring forward are rectified? Your being here today and these last 10 days is a start. Creating new laws through organizing, lobbying, drafting, critiquing, and developing alternatives is a key. Achieve elected office, appointed office, or a key paid staff position. There are places for us to make this government work for us and for everybody. One more step, though, and the reason they asked me here, is to vote. Do you want leaders committed to decency and social justice? Vote. Do you want to make this Capitol building and its leaders quake? Vote. Do you want to make Congress and the United States President quake? Vote. Presently, communities of color are not voting to the extent of other communities, even with the huge effort of our great social justice organizations such as PICUN, the Farm Workers Union that is doing a fantastic job, and our venerable NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Color People. We need to step it up. We need to make voting a family value. It is so easy to vote in Oregon. Who here is registered to vote? Hands up, please.
Levante la mano si están registrados para votar.
Oh, sorry about that. Hot diggity dog, thank you.
Gracias.
If you need to register, folks are circulating voter registration cards on clipboards.
Si necesitan registrarse para votar, están pasando las papeletas en unas tablas para que se registren.
And you can go to your phone, your iPad, or your computer to www.oregonvotes.gov to register or update.
Si necesitan, pueden entrar en una tableta por un teléfono al www.oregon. para votar.
Good. If you've got questions, call the Marion County Clerk's office. If you Google it, they'll make sure you put in Oregon because there's about 36 Marion counties in the United States.
Y si pueden entrar y si necesitan cómo ir, hay 30 diferentes condados de Marion en todo el país. Así es que asegúrense que digan Marion, Condado de Oregon.
So now a little participation. Who votes? Hands up, please. Who
¿Quiénes
votes?
votan? Levanten la mano todos los que votan.
Okay. When I say again who votes, please say I vote in unison.
Por
Ready?
favor, todos digan yo voto cuando yo diga ¿quién vota?
Who votes?
¿Quién vota?
When I say who votes, please say my family votes.
Cuando yo diga ¿quién vota? Ustedes dicen mi familia vota.
Who votes?
¿Quién vota?
When I say who votes, please say my friends vote.
Cuando yo diga quién vota, digan mis amigos votan.
Who votes? Okay, when I say who votes, please say everybody votes.
Y cuando yo pregunte quién vota, todos digan, todos votamos.
Who votes?
¿Quién vota?
Again, who votes?
¿Quién vota?
And again, make these walls thunder. Who votes?
Escuche fuerte.
Okay, you've got the power. You can make it the way we need it to be. Thank you all for coming. It's so great to see such a great group of
Gracias
people
por
here.
venir, me da gusto verlos a todos.
And we are the answer. We are
Somos
part of
la
the answer,
respuesta.
all of us together.
Somos parte de la respuesta todos nosotros juntos.
Gracias.
Gracias.
First, I would like to say thank you all for coming, and I'd like to give yourself a hand.
Gracias
Let's
a
give
todos por
yourself a
venir.
hand.
Dense
Give
un
yourself a
aplauso.
hand.
Un aplauso.
Huh?
A los danzantes aztecas, ahí vienen.
Yeah, but I'm finna make a speech.
Van a presentar a los danzantes aztecas.
My name is Melvin Smith.
Soy Melvin Smith.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm right now the only person up here from the state of Mississippi.
No sé ustedes, pero yo vengo de Mississippi.
Now, we all know we got no rights in the state of Mississippi if you're black.
Ustedes saben que ahí no tenemos derechos en el
And to stand here and watch all these people
Y aquí los miro a todos ustedes.
show me the love that I'm seeing,
Muéstrenme el amor
it touched me right here.
que me toca aquí en
Right
el
here.
corazón.
Right
Aquí en el
here.
corazón.
Now, we got a problem. We
Pero
got
tenemos
a big problem.
Un problema grande.
We got an orange Smurf in the White House.
Tenemos un cheto naranja en la Casa Blanca.
He has destroyed our country.
Ha destruido nuestro país.
He has broken all our laws, all our rules, the same rules
Todas las leyes.
that he asks us to abide
Ha
by.
violado todas las leyes que nos pide a nosotros que obedezcamos y que sigamos.
Now, in order to play the game,
Para
you
poder
got to
jugar
know
el
the
juego,
players.
Tiene ustedes que jugar y saber quiénes son los jugadores.
For you don't know, for you ones that don't know, the Senate leader is Mitch McConnell.
Y el líder es Mitch McConnell del
Yeah,
Senado.
boo, 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 boo him too. Yeah, because he got it coming.
Sí,
Yeah.
guácala, guácala.
And the Congress leader is, head of the
Leader.
Congress for the Republican Party will be Kevin McCarthy.
El líder
Okay.
es Kendra McCarthy.
These are the enemies, people.
Son los enemigos.
Donald Trump, Kevin McCarthy, and Mitch McConnell. Those are the three most evil people in America right now.
Las tres personas más diabólicas en América.
And it's going to take all of us,
Nos va a tomar todos juntos
to make a change.
para hacer ese cambio.
For we are right now facing something that's never been seen before.
Porque ahorita estamos viendo algo que nunca habíamos visto.
We are witnessing a birth of a nation!
Somos testigos del nacimiento de una nación.
I'm brought to tears by what I see.
Casi quiero llorar por lo que
For a long time, I thought I was in this fight as a black man by myself.
Por mucho tiempo pensé que estaba solo en esta lucha en contra.
So I have a lot of anger because I spent a lot of years getting beaten up by the police.
Tengo mucho odio, mucha ira.
As
porque
a young
tengo
black
muchos años
man.
siendo golpeado por la policía.
At 14 years old, I was 340 pounds.
Cuando tenía 14 años tenía 340 libras.
I was a threat.
Era una amenaza.
I was a threat, and the police decided to whittle me down.
Y la policía decidió atracarme.
And they left me in a ditch
Y me dejaron
with half my face broken,
con mi cara quebrada.
and they thought I was dead.
Y pensaron que estaba muerto. Y así
I
me
climbed
arrestaron.
out of that ditch, and I left the South.
Me levanté y salí del
And I've been
sur.
fighting ever since.
Pero he estado peleando desde que tenía 6 años.
And I thought I was in this battle by myself, but damn,
Y
man.
pensé que estaba solo en
Look
esta
at this.
batalla. Pero mira todo esto.
Look at this!
Míranse.
I am heart touched and heartfelt.
Me ha tocado el corazón.
I can die in peace now. I'm an old man. Look
Ya
at this
me
gray
puedo
hair.
morir en paz ahorita. Mira mi cabello, bien canoso, bien blanco.
I've been fighting this battle so long that I just thought it would never end.
He estado peleando por mucho tiempo, nunca pensé que vería el día de hoy.
But now,
Pero
like
ahora,
I say, I
como
can
dije,
die in peace because I know all of you going to be there to keep on the fight.
puedo morirme en paz porque sé que todos ustedes van a estar ahí siguiendo la lucha y levantándose para seguir la lucha.
I want to thank you for listening to me. Now we got some
Quiero darle
a
las
group coming up
gracias.
here. What's the name? I'm going to let him.
Voy a dejar al compañero que presente a los danzantes aztecas de Salem.
What's up, Salem?
Salem.
I said, what's up, Salem?
Salem, ¿cómo están?
We appreciate you. We love you. This right here is what we need.
Los amamos.
What's up, family?
De eso
What's
se lo
up,
estoy
family?
hablando. ¿Qué onda, Henry?
Salem, we love you. Now, right before we go on this march,
Antes de hacer esta marcha,
we're going to let some friends of mine come up here and do a dance of peace.
vamos a invitar a los
To give us
compañeros
peace while we walk.
para que hagan una danza azteca de paz.
I need 4 volunteers. We got to move this tent, scoot it over that way.
4 voluntarios que me ayuden
Yeah,
a
you want to
mover
make
esta
yourself all
tienda.
noticeable. Come on.
A ver, vente.
Let's grab this tent. Let's move that way.
Hay que moverla hacia allá.
from George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. 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 I can't breathe. 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 Breonna Taylor. 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 George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No justice. 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 No peace. Don't shoot. 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 Hands up! Don't shoot! 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 Hands up! 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 Don't shoot! Stop! Hands up! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! I can't breathe! 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 shoot!